Disclaimer, Bill O'Reilly is the sole owner of My Little Pony. He also wears shoes that cost more than you make in a month and has a lien on your mother's house. Today is an average day. It's almost closing time at your workplace. This is telling you what you fucking are, by the way, and you need to know that.
Yes. You're an assistant manager at a Costco superstore.
You're an assistant manager at a Costco superstore where you don't do anything but sit around pushing paper and act like a dickhead because you have a type A personality and yell all the time. You get frustrated easily because you can't get laid because you're ugly. Almost all your employees hate you because you're useless and play games on your computer in your office all day. Even the head store manager thinks you're a scrawny, limp-wrist pile of dog shit. He shook your hand once. Your handshake is weak and clammy like a senile elderly woman. It disgusts him. Jesus fucking Christ!
You're fucking off to a roaring start here.
He immediately writes you off as a worthless human being. You only got the job because he plays golf with your dad, who never spent time with you when you were a child. You hastily pack up your paperwork in your man purse. Unfortunately, there is nothing manly about it. You're angry again because your employees keep drawing pictures of your with phallic symbol in your mouth on the bathroom stalls, but you're too spineless to do anything about it because you have the muscle tone of a 13-year-old. You waste of life.
So wait a minute, wait. So if your employees keep drawing pictures of you with a dick in your mouth on the bathroom stalls, and you don't do anything about it, does that mean then that the fucking like bathroom walls are just nothing but pictures of you sucking fucking dick? Just constantly, like, over and over and over again?
Probably. That's what that implies to me.
Because that actually would be kind of... Well, it would be kind of wrong, but I would actually have to almost fucking, like, applaud them for just doing it again and again.
You walk out to the parking lot and get in your brand new Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. You have no need for a truck because you never worked a day in your life, and you're paying $500 a month at 18% interest because you didn't read the contract, idiot. But the truck makes you feel better about the lack of girth between your legs, so you have it anyway. This is great. I love that I'm reading this.
Really good.
As you pull out of the parking lot, you turn to your radio on. Your taste in music is almost as bad as Dick Perry at debating. You're listening to dubstep as loud as your stock stereo can go, and turn up the bass without adjusting the treble like an asshole. Your truck vibrates the parking lot. It sounds like your truck is about to fall apart as the booming bass vibrates the cheap plastic panels in the interior. You think it makes you look cool, so you roll all your windows down so people can see your nasty acne-ridden face. The simple drum loop and obnoxious computer-generated noises is easy for your simple mind to comprehend, so it soothes your anger. Everybody in traffic around you hates you.
This is awesome.
You pull out on the freeway and head to your mother's house where you live because you're a leech. You can't wait to get home so you can sit on your flat, non-existent ass and play Skyrim until 1 in the morning in your basement room. When you're not busy playing pointless computer games, you spend time arguing with grade school kids on the internet because it's easy to look tough behind a computer. I would like to
state right now that Skyrim does not have a capital R in it.
Oh, is that what fucking bothered you about this sentence? That's the thing you picked up on, Emmer. Great.
Well, I mean, because everything else is, like, all, like, cruel and kind of shit and also really funny, but Skyrim doesn't have a capital R in it. I just wanted to stress that.
You drive along thinking of your massive collection of anime pornos that you wax your carrot to. Most of it borderlines child pornography. You should be ashamed of yourself, but you're not because your morality is lower than your sperm count. You're a bigger drain on society than single teen moms. Jesus Christ!
I can just feel the love emanating off this.
As you drive along, you notice a small red Ford Fiesta tailgating you. You feel superior in your big truck, so you give it a quick brake job. It swerves and screeches as it brakes, but you drive like you're from New York and shouldn't have been riding your brakes anyway. The driver throws his little 5-speed Fiesta into second and burns rubber. He shoots around you and cuts you off at the next traffic light. You just got on the wrong side of the leader of the local chapter of Hell's Angels, and he just dropped his hog off at the shop and was using a loaner car.
I was just about to say, what the fuck is a member of the Hells Angels doing driving a Ford Fiesta? But okay, at least that answers that.
He gets out and struts over to your door and puts his fist through the side window and grabs you by your pencil neck. He yanks you out and tosses you on the pavement. Your face breaks your fall. He grabs you by the collar again and begins to plow his fat, hairy knuckles into your face. He beats you like a bitch in front of everybody. When the police arrive and arrest him, they have to use 2 sets of handcuffs to clamp his hands behind his back. It's too late for you. He has already beaten you into a bloody mess. Everything goes dark. You pass out. You wake up in a bright, fresh-smelling meadow and get to your feet. Okay, here, finally, we get to this shit. As you walk through the land, you realize you're in a cartoon world. But not just any cartoon world. You're in the magical land of Equestria. You realize, because you've spanked your monkey to pony porn many times because you can't just watch midget porn like normal people, you pansy. You pick...
I will say that if I had to pick between ponies or midgets, I'd probably go with midgets.
You heard it here first, folks. You pick up a jog along a dirt road after seeing a sign that says, Ponyville 1 mile. You can see it off in the distance. After a few minutes, you cramp up and slow to a walk because you're as inactive as roadkill. You finally stumble into Ponyville. All the colorful ponies stare at you. You smell bad, and your patchy attempt at a mustache creeps them out, so they all avoid you. Across the way, Lyra sits at a table, sipping a hay shake, while Bon Bon stands next to her.
I have no idea who either of those characters are.
I, embarrassingly, know who Lyra is.
You sad, sad man.
Leave me alone. It was amusing the first time, but these things need to stop coming here, Lyra said to Bon Bon. We're going to have to kill it again, aren't we? Bon Bon says flatly. Yup. Yay, blood orgy!
Oh my god.
Lyra uses her unicorn magic and levitates a Colt Woodsman automatic pistol up next to her head. It has a long black silencer attached to the barrel. Her magic pulls back the receiver and chambers a round in the breech. She squints her eyes as she takes a long, hard look at you. As you walk through the market in Ponyville, you notice Twilight sparkle. She has just bought a dozen tomatoes and is packing them into her saddlebags when she notices you creeping on her. God, I don't even want to read that.
Read it.
Time to get some hot unicorn ass, you think to yourself. You tear...
Please, everybody, turn that last one into a soundbite.
Please don't. You tear off your white button-up shirt and drop to your knee and profess your love for her. On your left arm, you have tattoo in some Asian language. It means love or power or something queer like that. You can't speak the language, but you have it anyway. Your bony chest, pasty skin, and stupid tattoo repulses her. She backs away. So this is a very realistic take on what would happen if a brony tried to fuck one of the ponies from My Little Pony.
I think so.
I mean, this is, like, I could see this exact thing happening this exact way. She backs away, but you dive at her. She skittishly falls to her rump. She levitates a can of mace out of her saddlebags and lets a stream of mace fly in your face. You scream like a girl, you close your eyes and flail your grotesquely long and skinny arms around trying to grab her. Just then, Pinkie Pie bursts out of the pile of tomatoes in the tomato cart. She is yielding a shiny brass tuba. She swings hard into your head. Your dome dents the tuba's bell as you are knocked unconscious for a second time. Twilight sighs in relief. Thanks, Pinkie Pie. I'm sure lucky to have a friend as random as you. Pinkie Pie drops the tuba on the ground and hops down down of the cart and lands on your face. Not a problem, Twilight, said Pinky through a wide smile. She pulls a single business card out of her mane with her hoof and tosses it toward Twilight. Twilight catches it with her magic and looks at it. A slow and deliberate staccato trumpet fanfare plays as she reads it. In the center is a Black Knight chess piece. Have Tuba will travel wire Pinkie Pie Ponyville, it reads.
Uh-huh.
Twilight watches as Pinky rears up and whinnies. She gallops across the bonanza that is Equestria into the setting sun. Have Tuba will travel reads the card of a pony, a knight without armor in a savage land. Her fast Tuba for hire. She's the calling wind. A pony of fortune is the mare called Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie, where do you roam? Just then Rainbow Dash sweeps Twilight off her hooves, and they begin to make out, and they totally do it. Wait, what the fuck? Where did this come from? I went 0 to 10,000 in about 0 seconds.
Yeah, that really did escalate kind of fast.
I won't go into detail, but it involved Twilight's horn, a tube sock, and a Ducati 1098 motorcycle. It was so hot, some brony blew his crusty load all over his keyboard.
Wow.
You wake up again in a daze and find yourself hogtied before Princess Celestia in her castle. Twilight has filed a restraining order on you, and you must stay 1,000 feet away from her at all times. You also can't go near playgrounds or other places where there are small fowls, because you are now a registered sex offender in Equestria. But that's not necessarily because the princess thinks the moon is too good for you and locks you away in the dungeon below her castle and throws away the key. You're tossed into a dark and damp cell by a royal guard. Behind you, hear heavy breathing. The massive steroid-prone pony from Hurricane Fluttershy is standing behind you, breathing heavy. He's your cellmate. He's doing hard time for selling bootleg DVDs in the Ponyville market. He wraps his forelegs around you and licks your neck and face. What happens next is hard for you to remember. I won't...
Hang on. Is there really a market for bootleg DVDs in the Ponyville market?
Yes. I won't go into detail.
I just thought I'd ask about that.
I won't go into detail, but you get violated by a horse and discover that the word hoof can also be a verb.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy shit, no.
In the castle above you, Twilight Sparkle and all her friends have a big roller skate disco party and do a synchronized dance to Video Killed the Radio Star. Outside the castle, Bonbon stands up to help Lyra climb through a small window on the foundation of the castle. Hey, watch my mane, Bonbon hissed as Lyra stepped on her head, reaching for the window. I'm almost there. Lyra squeezes through the window and hops down into the castle dungeon. The cells are almost all empty, but she finds yours easily by following your stench. You're curled up in the fetal position, weeping quietly to yourself in the corner of the cell when you notice a sea foam green unicorn in front of your cell. You get to your knees and beg for help. She just glares at you with angry eyes. She doesn't say a word as her magic swiftly pulls a Colt Woodsman pistol from a black backseat weave holster around her waist. It floats in front of her face. She takes aim. Her magical hold on the pistol pulls the trigger, and she empties the clip of 22s into your chest. The silencer smokes as the bolt knocks back into the receiver, creating a metallic slapping noise that echoes through the dungeon. You fall back in searing pain and stare at the dungeon ceiling as you bleed out from the small holes that pepper your chest. Everything gets dark and you pass out. God, you suck. You wake up bolt upright in a hospital bed. You see humans again and realize it was all a dream. The doctors tell you need a big dose of man the fuck up and send you on your way. A week later you were found dead in your closet hanging from a noose. The police call it a suicide, but you were too gutless to kill yourself. The truth is you died trying to choke yourself while you ran one up your flagpole. Your mother's Mexican maid finds your body with your junk still in your hand. She reaches in your pocket and pulls out your wallet and pockets two $20 bills before calling the police. No one comes to your funeral except your mother. No one misses you, not even your dog. Meanwhile, Bill O'Reilly arrives at an expensive Italian restaurant in a limo that costs more than your life. I order the most expensive thing on the menu, and my bill is in the triple digits. I pay it with pocket change and don't even leave a tip, because I'm Bill O'Reilly.
For Keith Olbermann, you bastard, and then middle finger.
Jesus fucking Christ!
That, I think, is probably the greatest thing we've ever read during a stream. That was fucking amazing.
The fuck was that?
I don't know, but goddamn, I loved that.